Clang Connection. Welcome to another episode of Adventures with Shana and Sean.
All right, fellow globetrotters and adventure seekers, the Cling Connection is back, and we're back with a bang. Remember those epic 2,700 miles we conquered cruising from sunny Florida all the way to the golden shores of California? And guess what? We're not stopping. Get ready for a new, jaw-dropping adventure. Ready to explore where we're heading next? Let's go.
We are here in California at Old Historic Irvine. And you'll never believe, we put Old Historic Irvine into the GPS to go see what it was all about. And we came upon this building. We think it's like a warehouse, but we find that it's actually a train stop. And when we go around to the front, you're gonna see we're as surprised as you are. Let's go check it out. There's a little bulletin here on the outside of the train station, and it looks like it's 1895 was the year of the eruption or the induction of the city. So Old Town, Irvine, the main road would have been Burt Road, and then inside here it looks like it has the warehouse and the granary. So it was a shed that they used for feed and grain. Here you go is the main station. So that's it. Pretty neat. As we're walking down the pathway here, you can see the electric boxes for all of the different electric things that they needed to run this granary. And they keep going down here, but each one has a tunnel belt, tunnel elevator, Blythe main. It's crazy. These are the old original electric boxes, panels for the machinery that they used.
Walking past the support structure, you have a number of structural membranes. These look kind of newer compared to the old portion of the building. You'll see up top here, there is the tracks for the silo, looks like a grain elevator, and various other stuff that probably would have been involved in the loading and distribution of the material that they process through here. Again, a granary, so think seed, think of a wheat, barley, things of that nature. But all this is structural steel. This looks like it's actually part of a newer part of the building. It was probably added on later versus the 1895 era construction on this end of the property.
A lot of urban development happening here. Even the yoga studio has moved in, and you'll see it further down. They have a hotel that's moved in. So it's great that they use the buildings for, more popular things that are going on in the community. The hotel, they've turned the silos into the hotel rooms for this La Quinta. And you can see where the feed would come out and be delivered into the trucks and hauled away for, use wherever they were going with it.
On the other side of where the grain silo along the train tracks was, seems to be a bunch of older buildings that they've converted into professional buildings. A dental office. There seems to be some other stuff going on along here. These houses, while I'm not an expert on architecture, seem to be probably from maybe the 1910s or the 1920s, maybe a little bit earlier, that maybe had something to do with the railroad at some point. Maybe they were offices, buildings, or sales and distribution offices or something of that nature. But they seem to have now been updated to meet modern standards and have now been rented to other professional buildings, which is good. Instead of tearing historical buildings down, they're revitalizing them and using them for a new purpose.
lucky enough, we just came to a little sign here that talks about Old Town Irvine, and it's the bulk storage silo warehouse of 1949. So Old Town Irvine, the Bean and Grain Growers Association used this to move grain and held over 16,000 pounds of beans and barley. The Irvine Ranch was the world's largest grower of lima beans, with 32 silos, either 33 or 35 feet high, each holding 500,000 pounds. The silos were converted into 148 hotel rooms, now for La Quinta. So we came upon another pamphlet here that says the hotel store in Hamilton Bungalow, which are these buildings here, where they had a seasonal workers for the post office, and also living quarters were on the second story. So they did have business owners that would come and use the space for things like groceries, and the postmaster and warehouse employees would come and use the space to stay. And that's, sort of what they would use these places for. So now, like Sean said, they've been updated and are used for more business-like purposes.
While it's not the most exciting area to come visit, it was kind of neat to check out old Irvine, California, and see how much it's grown from a little railroad hub that had grain silos and a bunch of little businesses and brokerages along the way to today it's a modern amenity. So if you come out, take a look at it. Nothing big crazy, nothing cool, but, just a little bit of history. And speaking of history, if you like what you saw, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the Kling Connection and click that notification bell so you never miss another episode. Check us out on klingconnection.com. We're also on Rumble, we're TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, and follow us along for our adventures and subscribe for our newsletters. Until next time, have fun storming the castle.